What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the episode of the Get It Right Saturday Night Podcast. It is April here, but we'll get to that in just a second. We got our host, Colin Fursley.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
We got Oscar Morale. And we got me, Mark Francis. We're back. Happy April, happy National Pickleball Month, and happy National Arab American Heritage Month. Besides that, sorry we've been a little off the grid. People been gone, people not gone, yada yada yada. But whole crew's back. Should be for a little while now. So, Colin, what's on the docket, bro? Like, what have we missed out, or what's going on, dude?
Quite a bit, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, we've missed out on a lot of stuff, but we were on spring break, so we had a good time.
Hey.
At
Anyways,
different times, yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna start off. Last couple of days, a few days ago was opening day in Major League Baseball. So even though there's only been like 5 games or so, there's a couple storylines happening right now. So let's look at the rankings as of right now. The American League East.
Orioles.
You got the
surprising.
Orioles. Surprising. I mean, they'll pick it up. They got a good squad over there, but yeah, they're at the bottom as of right now, and then Blue Jays up there, Yankees right in the middle, and then I mean the
AL
stuff,
Central, bro. What, man? What?
Yeah, they're struggling already, but they always pretty much suck.
Yeah.
And then the AL West, so the Angels actually very surprising that they're up there, but in the Athletics they're in Sacramento now, so that's kind of weighing on them a little bit, I guess. And yeah, these are just rankings from the AL real quick. Then going on to the NL, the Marlins were in first place, but now they're
we're
not
not.
anymore. Not anymore. We were though. I took a
Yeah,
screenshot.
I know.
Of that.
I know.
So, we were in first place at one
We
point.
got a win
but
in opening day in like the first time in like 5 or 6 seasons, I think, or something like that.
Sandy
Yeah.
Alcantara pitching and a walk-off home run. 3 walk-offs in the first 4 games. Insane.
yeah, it was a very very fun start to the season for us. It's gonna go straight downhill from here, but
I don't know.
it's all good.
Anything's
We'll see,
possible.
but
The only
probably.
thing downhill is the fact that the Braves haven't won a game since Biden was president, which is crazy, man. What?
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that's the NL East, NL Central. Pirates not looking so good. Brewers really started off pretty poorly, but I think they've won 2 in a row. I believe they were 0-4 to start the season. And then the Dodgers and the Padres. This is the strongest division by
Yeah,
far.
by far.
8-0 and 7-0. I think the first time 2 teams started 8-0 and 7-0 in like the last 20 years or so. So that's pretty impressive from them too.
How about them Colorado Rockies?
Are they the
though?
only 2 undefeated teams? I
Uh,
think so, right? The
yeah.
only 2 undefeated
They
left.
are.
Yes, sir.
Also, I wanted to point this out. The Braves are 0 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Again,
surprising.
they
right
haven't
there.
won a game since.
Like Mark did just say that.
Yeah.
Colin, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you mention the fact that they're 0 and 7?
Bro,
Yeah,
I literally
he
said they haven't won a game since Biden
the
was
Yeah,
Biden
president.
administration.
But they haven't won a game yet.
Congratulations.
That's great.
That's exactly what I said. Man,
Well, yeah,
what?
but it's great. You got to repeat it
These investment bankers, bro, always about their numbers and stuff, man.
But you got to repeat it though, because this is great for us.
I know it's good.
And the Nationals are 1 and 5 too. I can say it
The
again. Did you know
numbers,
that the
Mark.
Braves
The
haven't won a
numbers
game?
don't lie.
Exactly. They
yes,
don't.
sir.
So, I know another big topic of discussion obviously is those dang torpedo bats.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't understand how that's allowed because they're just way bigger than regular bats.
Exactly.
But
Well,
what do you guys think about the whole discussion?
yeah, I can. Let me start off with this. First of all, we saw Giancarlo Stanton using it in the playoffs last year. No one cared. No one said anything about it, and he was raking. Clearly, in the rules, there is a radius that they cannot go over, right? And the bat does not go over. It doesn't specify where the
Yeah.
largest, like where the widest area of the bat has to be, that radius of 2.61 inches or whatever. It doesn't specify where it has to be. So they could just move it anywhere, which is exactly what they did with this torpedo bat. Now, yeah, it looks way bigger, but clearly it's within the guidelines, and according to the MLB, it's within the guidelines. And everyone's dogging on the Yankees for using them, but now we saw Ellie De La Cruz pick one up. We saw Juan Soto pick one up. We saw Rafael Devers pick one up. We've seen all these players getting a bat, like a torpedo bat, and they're trying them out. Now, I don't think this is good because the sweet spot of the bat is different, and it's a little easier to hit inside the zone now, because clearly you can just swing the bat in the middle of the zone, you'll make contact. Um, but it's within the guidelines. I'm not sure what MLB and the commissioner are gonna do. Um, I think maybe some sort of restriction on it, or like size restriction on it for the torpedo bat, or specify where the sweet spot has to be on the bat. But besides that, we're seeing players absolutely rake. We saw Ellie De La Cruz go like 4 for 5 with like 11 RBIs yesterday, which is absolutely absurd. And it's within the rules. But yeah, I don't know. Weird situation
Yeah.
here. Kind of weird. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it's definitely interesting. It's weird to me that like it's not just that because they said they moved the sweet spot down, right? But like it's not just the sweet spot. The entire bat is bigger from here from the let me see if I can put it from here to here. This whole area, it's way bigger.
Yeah.
I don't really
Well,
understand how.
could you pull up a different graphic? Because like all the other graphics I'm seeing here, it's just the sweet spot that's bigger. But like the tip of the bat is bigger on the normal bats, on the regular bats, on the standard bats. It's still
Really
wider.
on
Yeah,
every
the diameter is wider on the tip of the bat on the standard bat. On all the graphics I'm looking at.
really
I just,
every yeah go
I
ahead.
want to say that this bat is a nightmare for pitchers.
Yeah.
This bat is a nightmare for pitchers. I mean, we're seeing players that don't rake at all, raking easily. This bat is a nightmare. And players who are struggling and they're gonna start using this bat. This is it's within the rules. I don't know what we're gonna see. I'm excited.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Definitely.
interesting.
well,
It is interesting. Maybe
it
yeah,
is
go ahead.
it is making baseball more fun to watch, and
Yeah.
That's true. That is
as long as
true.
those ratings are going up, I think the MLB is not going to complain or get rid of them. So
I
Yeah.
agree. Again, technically, it's within the guidelines. If people want to get technical here, this and that, this and that, it's not
perfectly
breaking
legal.
any rules. It's perfectly legal, and they used it last year in the playoffs, and no one said anything. But when the Yankees and everyone on the team started using it, and they hit 15 home runs or whatever in one game or something, I don't even know. It gets questionable because it's the Yankees. Everyone dogs on the Yankees, but it's not like the Yankees are the only ones using them. Everyone's using them now. Within a week, every person, every team, every player, they have one bat, they have a couple bats. They're trying them out in BP. I'm seeing people on John Boy Media, all these people talking about it. Yeah, it's revolutionizing the game.
I think this just comes down to old head syndrome. In basketball, there's a very popular phrase where you say, "What happened to the game I love?" This is exactly what's happening here in baseball. And baseball is the most purest of purest sports. Like they've been very stubborn about changing any rules. They're
Yeah.
very like traditional and fundamentalist when it comes to anything
Indeed.
regarding the game. So it's nice to see a little bit of change actually for once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool to see some change, and definitely this is like revolutionizing the game. And I mean, we've seen it in, for example, the game of golf when they started changing the technology in the balls and technology in the bats, and we saw it in basketball. They switched basketballs. We've seen it in tennis. Rackets have gotten
They added a three-point line
way
too.
way lighter. They've gotten way different with the strings. We're seeing it in a lot of sports. But
Become way more durable too.
Mhm.
Before they used to be thin
yeah,
and wooden. Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's true.
Thicker.
it's interesting.
Very true.
Comment down below, viewers, what your thoughts are on this bat.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd love to hear it. So moving on now. We got a very exciting last couple matchups here in the college basketball season. The Final Four starts on Saturday. Both games are on Saturday. And this is the first time in a long time that we got all four number one seeds in the Final Four. Auburn, Florida, and then Duke, Houston. I feel like a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it was such a boring March Madness because all the good teams won."
No.
Like the first couple rounds, you'd like to see a couple upsets, a couple buzzer beaters here and there.
Yeah.
But having all four number one seeds in the Final Four is like the best case scenario
Yeah.
because it's like you're just gonna watch the best basketball,
Every
and
game is
the
so
best team is gonna
competitive.
win.
It's these are the best teams in the world.
Either way, I think it's clear to see that the real winner of March Madness this year was student manager from McNeese State, Amir Ora Khan. Coming in,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
coming into March Madness with 3 NIL deals and leaving with 12, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Also,
that was the guy.
allegedly hitting the transfer portal as well as a student manager.
Yeah.
Insane. Aura.
Yeah, that's
Mr.
hysterical.
Aura himself.
Yeah. So, Mark, how do you feel about these Final Fours happening in your hometown of San Antonio?
Yeah, not my hometown. Future to be hometown for two months here, in 2 months it'll be my hometown.
It will
in
be
2 months.
It is your hometown.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Are you asking me
Hey,
about
Mark.
the location, or are you asking about the thoughts about the
The location, there's some interesting
Man, I don't
aspects
know
about the
jack
location.
shiz about anything in San Antonio besides
Well,
all I
Mark,
know.
you know what they say about
Look,
them
look,
women
Yeah,
in San
I know,
Antonio.
I know two things. I know two things. One, there's the Alamo, and two, there's the bigger woman down in San Antonio.
Yeah, there is
That
some big
shit's
woman
on
in
God.
San Antonio.
Yes sir, yes sir. It's a tutorial for real, man. Boo 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 boo. No,
yes. So,
if clearly, they want to fill
Mark,
up.
keep your head on a swivel, man.
Oh, dude, my head's
yeah,
on a swivel.
you're gonna meet a lot of them.
Oh, I
They're
know.
gonna come for you, bro.
Dude, unfortunately, yeah. They want to fill up the stadiums, and so they have to go to where the biggest women are and get 2 seats for one. So half the capacity, but
How do
But
they
it's
be
full.
the churros down there in San Antonio?
how do they eat them churros down in San Antonio, man? What? Man, what?
Are you gonna be eating those churros?
I'm gonna be eating so many churros. Man, what the?
All right.
Nah, I'm just playing. Them
All right,
bigger
let's
woman
talk,
down in
let's
San
talk
Antonio,
basketball
man.
now.
Yeah, let's.
Alrighty, so Oscar, I'll start with you. Give me your picks for each game, and then also the finals.
Well,
Who's winning it all?
in my bracket, I predicted Michigan State and Purdue to be in the Final Four, as well as Duke and Florida. And my final, actually, I had my final being Duke versus Florida. So I still think that's going to happen. And as much as it pains me to say, I think Florida is going to win the March Madness NCAA 2025 men's tournament this year. They just have the most complete team. Like, they have a very, very complete team. And I think they have the large bodies to throw at Cooper Flag in the finals to kind of wear him down. I don't think, and he hasn't really seen much defensive opposition, stout defensive opposition, at least so far in the tournament. So Houston's definitely going to have to bring some intensity there to try and stop Duke. But yeah, I got Florida advancing versus Auburn. I didn't think Auburn would even get here, honestly. And Duke advancing versus Houston.
Nice. Mark, what about you?
Yeah, I first of all, I did not think Auburn was gonna make it to the Final Four. I don't think they're a complete team, but clearly they're very tenacious. And between that matchup, I have Florida making it through to the championship game. Again, Florida, they just have a relatively good complete team. But what's gonna hold them back is those turnovers, man. We saw Auburn; they go on some runs. We saw what they've done. And if you start turning over the ball and they keep scoring, that's going to be Florida's biggest nightmare for any team, especially when you're facing a number one seed like them. So just putting that out there. And then Duke Houston, I think it's obvious. Duke, they have the best player in college basketball right now, and he's being absolutely insane. They have 3 5-star freshmen starting on this team, and these guys are hungry. And
Yeah,
this
Cooper
is
Flag, man. He's just
statement, man. This
absolutely
is a statement.
unstoppable.
So I have them going to the championship, and between Duke and Florida, man, as much like it's be a tough matchup. I do think the only way Florida is their worst. Florida is their own worst enemy in the championship. They're their worst enemy. The more they turn over, the more they can't make their free throws, the more Duke is going to outscore them. We've seen that. These teams both score pretty high, and I'm gonna go with Florida. I think it's nice to see a championship go to the state of Florida. I think it'd be cool. But also
Flanagan's is gonna be popping.
I might have to fly home and go to Flanagan's type shit.
Shout out Flannies.
But yeah, I just Florida honestly is probably the best team here, in my opinion. It's just their biggest enemy is themselves. So if they can withstand that, and we've seen what they've done, fighting back in 2 games, being down.
All right.
I got Florida
just,
winning it.
You would say limited turnovers for Florida, guys.
Yeah, that's their pros are they're a complete team. They have everything. Their cons is
I would say they have the most complete
they're doing
roster.
double digit turnovers in a game. Duke, I think Duke had 1 double digit turnover game in this whole tournament. So I'm just putting that out there, which is
Interesting.
a little insane.
What about you, Colin?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious to me, It's obviously going to be Duke, in the finals.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's going to be Auburn because, of course it's going to be Auburn.
Because Colin's the biggest Gator hater in the world.
Yeah, I mean, sure, that's true. I mean, you've seen the last couple of games. They should have lost
is
both
this
of
Gator
them.
I
hater
wouldn't
is
say they
a
should have
part of
lost
Gator
both of them.
Nation.
They have the best.
Uh,
They have the
I mean,
best point guard in the country.
Okay,
Come
but
on.
they should have lost. They should have
No,
lost.
no, you can't.
And also, Auburn hasn't beaten them yet, I think. Or maybe I don't know. They've played a couple times in the regular season. I don't remember
They
what happened
split.
both times.
They split the
Okay.
games.
So there you go. Auburn's beat them once. They're going to beat them again. It's very simple.
Wait,
it's very
did they
simple.
play in the SEC tournament though? I think they
No.
might have. Are you sure?
Yeah, because no, oh my God, I don't remember actually. I don't think they did though. I don't think Auburn made it to the. Who won the SEC? I don't even remember.
It was Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Auburn played in the finals. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we saw.
Honestly, I don't
Okay.
remember.
Yeah, you're right.
February,
they didn't play each
February
other.
8th.
Auburn lost to Tennessee in the semifinal, and
Okay,
Florida beat
yeah.
Tennessee
February
in the final.
8th, we saw the Gators beat
So
Auburn
there you go.
90-81, and then before that, let me see.
Auburn beat them at home
Yeah.
in
Okay.
December.
So there
I
you
believe
go.
It is. It was.
I think.
Yeah, Auburn.
I think. Yeah, go ahead.
No, they played once this year.
No, they played twice.
No,
They
they
split.
played twice.
They split. They split games.
Okay. So anyway, I think Auburn's gonna take the season series, 2-1, and Auburn's gonna make it to the finals against Duke. And then after that happens, I don't care because I'm gonna be happy. But I got Duke winning the national championship.
This guy.
I think Duke is the best team in the tournament left. Even though they're not
You
favored.
would get crucified in my business law class if you said that. By the way.
Duke is the best team. I can't say that. Why?
Oh,
Your head coach
because-
literally is from there. What is this?
Because the professor hates Duke, like with a burning passion.
Yes, Sirski.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I like
so-
Duke. Coach K, Christian Leitner, Grant Hill. All those guys. Shout out to them.
Kyrie
Duke is gonna
for
go.
9 games.
Yeah, yeah. Jay Tatum. Nah, I don't like him.
Man,
so
what?
it's fine. But
The anomaly.
yeah.
Zero aura.
Yeah. Speaking of Jason Tatum, y'all saw how much we beat them by yesterday.
Yes, sir. 6 in a row, baby. 6 in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. 6 in a row. I guess we can
Winning.
go ahead anyways. Guess what? 6 in a row. We've won 6 games. I mean, we lost 10 games in a
The
row, but then we
masculine-
won 6 games in
The
a row.
masculine urge to say we're back, even though we were so out.
Hey man,
Hey.
we're in the play-in.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Let me just put this
Hey,
out
man.
there. Cleveland
all
should
we
be
gotta
scared,
do-
brother. Cleveland should be scared. We coming.
Yeah.
We coming. Hey, you guys.
Cleveland.
You guys remember last time we had a 3% chance of anything? You guys remember what happened, man? What happened?
Yeah, we
made-
lost.
We made it to the NBA Finals type shit.
But we lost.
But we lost.
It's a tutorial for real.
Oh my
That
god.
shit on God.
That shit on
Oh god.
No.
Anyways.
Anyways, yeah, Colin.
They got mentors.
G-
They're so polite, and they got mentors.
They got mentors. It's some polite shit. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I think the Heat, they're gonna make a run to the play-in. That's where it's gonna end.
I
I
disagree,
mean, we'll
man.
probably get. Well, I think we'll get out the plane. We'll get out the plane, but then we gotta play. I hope we get the 7th seed so we play.
My
I
type
mean,
of rivalry
yeah,
for
so
real.
we
The
play
Hawks,
Boston
and the Heat battling it out in the play-in every single year.
and the Bulls
Yeah,
too.
Yo, but the
It's
Bulls
the
have
three
been
of us.
the Bulls low key kind of have a squad, bro. 6-4. They've been,
No.
Nah, they're pretty
No.
garbage,
Bro,
bro.
bro, Kobe White, bro,
No.
and Josh
Kobe White's
Giddey, bro.
good.
Josh
Yeah,
Giddey,
okay.
bro. Josh Giddey.
Yeah, they're
That's
both
it.
playing
Vooch,
well.
bro.
But
What about
teams-
Vooch, bro? King Vooch, bro. What?
Has he even been playing? I thought he's been
No.
out for
Bro, he's been
No.
so
playing, bro. I
long.
have him in fantasy, bro. He dropped me 58
How
points
are you
yesterday.
forgetting their most important player?
Lonzo Ball.
Not so bored.
I might swerve in the corner. Whoa.
Whoa.
I said, baby, please shake that.
Can you shake that ass for me?
Oh, okay. He said it, not me. He said it, not me.
Oh my
He said it, not me. I said,
Yeah,
"Can
so, you know,
please?"
I think here's what's gonna happen. All right, we're gonna get the 7th seed, and we're gonna play Boston again, and we're gonna beat
We're
them
gonna beat
again.
Boston. Yes, sir.
There we go. That's all I care about. We can lose in the next round as long as it's not to the Knicks. I don't care. We just beat Boston. We're chilling. So
If
I mean,
we beat the Knicks somehow,
I'm
Mr.
just
Baker
saying.
will be hearing from me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If we make
As
the
will
seven,
Miles.
if we make the 7th seed,
Well, probably not, but
if we make the 7th seed, I do believe we can make a relatively deep run.
oh my god.
I do believe so.
yeah, okay. I don't believe that first.
All
I mean,
right.
like, I want to say it, but I
Again,
don't believe it.
we've
All right,
established
let's move on to the
multiple
West.
times on this pod to never listen to Mark's takes
Yeah.
on ball.
Man, what do you
Mark-
mean, bro? I'm in the
Mark
does
fantasy
not know
championship right
ball.
now, bro.
Hey,
I'm up by like 250 too.
I don't know, man.
Now, the actual interesting conference this year.
Yeah, very interesting. So if the Thunder win out, 70-12, they get 70 wins. Only 2 teams have ever done that. So that'd be pretty interesting to see if that could happen. They won 11 games in a row, so
Yes, sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
good. Rockets are in the 2nd seed. Lakers 4 games out of the 2 seed, or I don't know, not 4 games. It's like 2.5, something like that. And then the Nuggets are right there, tied with the Lakers,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Nuggets just
man.
you know, Nuggets have been dealing with injuries, man. Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic. We saw Jokic's insane 61-point triple-double. They just can't get it done. You know, we gotta see this team healthy, have their stars on the court, and
Bro,
not let
Jokic
not
dropped a 60-point triple-double the other day. Bro,
Yeah,
Anthony
know.
Edwards. I've never heard Anthony Edwards. I don't know if you guys saw the post-game interview. I've never heard Anthony Edwards refer to another player the way he talked about Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. He's just like that.
yeah, he's the best player in basketball right now, by far,
Without a doubt.
by far.
And they don't want to give him
And
the
they don't want
MVP.
to. They want to give SGA the MVP, bro. Man,
Yeah.
what? That guy gets 3 assists a game. Man, what?
Yeah. Well,
But-
that's gonna be interesting.
Look at the
interesting
numbers,
discussion.
Mark. The numbers don't lie.
Bro, I've been looking at
Give him
numbers
the
all day,
MVP.
bro. For real.
Give him the MVP.
He's looking at numbers all
I've
day.
been looking at numbers all day.
You've been crunching the
Wow.
numbers, and the numbers tell you Jokic is the MVP.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know, it's another interesting thing is the Grizzlies. They were like the 2 seed for like a day ago, and then they fired their head coach, and they're on a 4-game slide. Two of the last 10 games they've won.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in there in Memphis.
Look, man, I think let's get into the real stuff here, Colin. 5,
Okay.
6, 7, and 8 seed.
All
Man,
tied.
all tied.
Boom.
2 of them making it to the playoffs. 2 of them in the play-in. 2 of them could be out, perhaps. We don't know. Anything's possible. I just
No.
Yeah.
let's just
No.
let me just mention what I'm gonna mention here. All right. I think the Warriors are gonna make the playoffs, and I think the Timberwolves are gonna make the playoffs. I don't think these standings are gonna change. I think the
Okay.
Grizzlies will lose in the play-in. I think the Mavericks will make it in.
Interesting.
With who?
Okay.
The Mavericks and the Clippers.
Oh yeah, but the Mavericks with who? Their entire roster is basically injured.
Yeah, Anthony Davis.
Anthony
What you
Davis
mean,
is
bro?
back, bro.
He's
Anthony
not
Davis-
solo squatting.
He just did
He
yesterday.
just did yesterday, bro. Hey, look, look. When this
Look,
guy's
you just
healthy, when
Trust me, I know, but
this
he's
guy's
not
healthy,
solo
he's a
squatting.
dog. And
I like them.
and-
you ever heard of Dante Exum? Yeah.
you ever heard of?
Of course I
Yeah.
have.
You ever heard of? I have this guy on my fantasy. I don't even know his name. Give me a second. He's some scrub.
You.
You ever heard
Do
of
you not know who J.A. Morant
Najee
is?
Marshall?
Come on, bro.
Najee
Yeah,
Marshall,
Najee.
bro.
Yeah. You know they're gonna get Gafford back. They're gonna get Lively back.
Yo,
No, I'm just saying.
J.A.
I'm just saying. I
Morant
think
with a high screen and roll action of Zach Edey.
if
Now,
the
Zach
Mavericks
doesn't ever do that
if
because
the
he's not
Mavericks
mobile enough
make
to do
it-
that. But
Mavericks make it to the playoffs, I think they might. If they make it as a 7 seed, it's possible we see them beating the Rockets. I don't.
I could see that. I think the Rockets are a little overrated.
I think the
I'm not
Rockets are a
gonna
little
lie.
overrated too. And then honestly, we could see them playing the Lakers in the playoffs, which would
Guys,
be
Ooh.
which would be
like I've told
insane.
you, this
insane.
entire season, everything has been set up from the very first game of the season, from the very first tip-off, for a Lakers Celtics NBA Finals. The NBA need the ratings to go up. They've been diminishing. Nobody liked the Celtics winning the NBA title last year. So much so that neither of their two stars, well, Jason Tatum did go to the Olympics, but he barely played. And their Finals MVP, Jaylen Brown, didn't go to the Olympics and wasn't selected for the Olympic squad.
Yeah, because
I think
he's
it says
trash.
a lot
He's
about
overrated.
basketball.
But they got Derek White.
Man, what about Tingus Pingus? Man, what?
Well, he wasn't in the Olympics. He's from Latvia. Derek White
Yeah.
was in the
Hey,
Olympics.
still, man, still. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I still have PTSD from that Game 6 bucket he made in.
But it's all fine, dude. Bro, if Game 7 didn't go how Game 7 went, it would not be good, bro.
For who? Against the Heat?
For us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
bro,
my
bro.
god, that would have been horrible.
No, it's all right because we have an amazing coach in Eric Spoelstra. We had a good roster.
Mm.
Anyways, the
yeah.
point is the Lakers. You can have a garden. You can have a pardon. You can be James Harden. And Lakers are fine.
Man,
I'm talking
Yeah.
about the man on the Lakers, Jared Dudley, 2020 championship.
yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah.
Hey man, I just
Yeah.
a couple things that stand out here. Suns, dog water. Everyone on that team is getting
Hey, they
traded.
could still make it though. They could still make it. They're only a game back.
They could. They're not going to. I don't think they will. I think this is the breakup. That's it. KD's gone. Beal's gone. I could see Booker gone too. The Kings, they've got some work to do, man. You have Sabonis. You have a star. You're wasting his potential. He's the only guy there. We need. It's time to build that team up. Clippers, I'm surprised the Clippers are even doing relatively well. I feel like they've flown off the radar, and the fact that like they could make the playoffs, not the play-in, very
But they're
surprised.
so good.
Yeah,
they-
but
they're
like,
really good.
but like no
They're
one
just-
talks about them. Like no
They're
one,
an international
literally,
cast
literally no
of
one,
really
literally
good
no one.
players.
I have not seen a single Instagram post, no Twitter thing, no nothing. I see more about the Spurs than I see about the Clippers.
Bro,
Yeah,
'cause the
just because
Spurs
they got
are
a lot
loaded.
of old. They're just old players.
Yeah, but
But
they're
they're all still
they got
really good.
Nicholas Batum
but they're
at
but
the
they're
ripe
talented.
age of 42.
They're talented, you
Man.
know.
I don't think he's
Spurs,
actually 42.
Spurs
but
next year, bro. I'm just.
You might as well be.
Let's
Yeah.
go back to the East real quick.
No. Not that boring ass
No,
conference.
no. Let's go back to the East. Colin. Let's go back to the East.
Okay, what do you want to see here?
I want to look at some stuff. All right. So, we got Cavs the number 1 seed, and they're gonna make the playoffs for sure, and they're probably
Really? I
they're-
was kind of thinking,
Dude.
they might not.
all right,
Yeah, the
Mr.
Cavs
All right, Mr.
might
Goldman
not
Sachs.
make
All
the
right, bro.
playoffs,
All right.
Actually. But
I
what
don't
I will
think-
say
I don't
is
think the Pacers are as good as they are. I think the Pistons are a better team than the
Whoa.
Pacers, in my opinion. In my opinion,
Whoa, that's definitely not true. But go ahead.
bro.
Go ahead.
I
ahead.
think
Go
the
ahead.
Bucks are a very medium. Like they're just there.
Nah, Bucks
Like-
are good, bro.
like,
Bucks
no.
are going to the conference finals.
Dude,
Stop playing.
Dude, they're there. Like they're just there. Magic, dude. If this team,
Magic could make the
bro,
conference finals if they're healthy.
No.
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 Bro, remember
no.
the
I'm
reason.
just saying-
No.
look,
You
look.
need to remember the reason they're in this spot in the first place is because Banchero went down for a large part of the season, and the Wagner twins, the Wagner
Yeah.
boys.
Well, I'm just
They're not
saying.
actually twins.
Well,
They're
yeah.
not actually
Well,
twins,
let me
but,
let me get to what I was gonna say. This
the
team,
Wagner boys
has
went
been-
down as well. So
their work ethic is off the charts. Their depth has came in, and they've been able to hold on to stay in a playoff position. Yeah, the East is not as tough as the West, but still, they could have slipped down to having 25 wins and being like the Nets. You know what I mean? So kudos to them. The Hawks.
Well,
They're gonna lose to the Heat in the play-in. The Heat are gonna make the playoffs. The Hawks always lose to the Heat, and the Bulls always lose in the play-in. We're not gonna see them make the playoffs. The Heat are gonna win the NBA Finals.
Hawks beat us twice.
Andrew Wiggins is gonna face Golden State. It's gonna be a revenge. Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins.
Wait. We're
It's
gonna
be
face Golden State. Where?
in the
In
NBA
the finals?
In the NBA Finals. Yes, sir. Hey. Keep listening, man.
So I think
Andrew
the
Wiggins,
West is really interesting.
Andrew Wiggins, he's gonna drop 40 every game. We're gonna see
No,
Tyler
go
Hero,
back to the East one
Tyler Hero,
second.
triple double king. We're
Colin
gonna see
Frisbee.
Bam Adebayo, dropping 15 boards a game. Khalil Ware coming off, rebound that shiz. We're gonna see Pell Larson. I don't even know who that guy is. I thought they were
He's
talking
great.
about. I thought they were talking about Zoe Larson, the singer.
I'm
or
currently
I don't
praying
even
for
know
you,
her
Mark
name.
Francis.
Zara Larson. I don't even know. I don't even know her songs. What is this Miami Heat roster? And we're still gonna make it deep. It's some Max Strus type shit.
On God. Yes. Anyways, Oscar.
Yes, people. I feel like a lot of people have forgotten that Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs is actually really, really good. Like, he is an elevator in the playoffs, and I feel like last year did him very dirty. He did himself a bit of an injustice last year, but he was also battling with injury. But you look at his track record in the playoffs, he is insane. Like, he elevates his game during the playoffs. His rookie year, his second year, then the bubble year where he literally went toe to toe with Jamal Murray, and they were both popping off in that insane 7-game series.
That was insane.
They were also that was still the only time in NBA history where two players dropped 50 points or 50 plus points in the same game. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell is a playoff performer, and nobody in the East, besides maybe Giannis, has displayed dominant performances like that before. Yeah, nobody, not since LeBron at least. Now, can he do it now in the East? I think he can. So it's definitely something to watch out for.
So do you think the Cavs are going to make the finals?
Definitely the conference finals. Like I said, they should make the finals, but the refs are always going to give a bit of a slight favoritism for the Celtics. Come on, man. The NBA needs Lakers versus Celtics.
I think we're gonna see Cavs Pistons as the Eastern Conference Finals.
In the finals.
Eastern Conference Finals.
It's definitely not going to happen.
Cavs Pistons in the
Pistons.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
What the heck are you talking about?
The NBA would blow up
I'm trying to be
Detroit
interesting
before that
here.
ever happens.
Everyone, I have the script. Lakers,
Guys, actually, I think it's going to be the Hawks versus the Pacers in the NBA Finals.
bro. I
For
know
the
ball,
NBA
bro. I
final?
know ball. I do fantasy
What are we
basketball. I know
doing?
ball, bro. Y'all keep writing me off.
my God. Yeah, but because you never wrote back.
Bro,
What do
I
you want me
always
to do,
write
man?
back. What do you mean, bro?
No.
Bro, what do you
Ooh,
mean?
Giannis becomes first player in NBA history with 35 points, 15 rebounds, and 20 assists. This guy thinks he's Jokic or something.
Man, all I
Dang,
know is
bro,
that I
that's
beat
pretty
Colin
good.
in golf when we were back home, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm talking
Okay,
about the
sure.
man.
Which, by the way,
whatever you think, man.
By the way, I'm playing in a tournament in 2 weeks.
2020 champion.
Oh, that's gonna go so well.
It is.
Mm,
I'm very excited.
that's great. Good for you, man. Good
Yes,
for you. Yeah. So
I think that's it, guys. Right?
I think that about does it.
That does it for us. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Get It Right Saturday Night Podcast. We appreciate your support, and exciting stuff coming in sports. New seasons coming around, and NHL playoffs coming very, very soon.
Very soon.
To
Very true.
a couple TVs.
You know the Panthers are folding right now.
Yeah, bro. How did
Yeah.
we lose 3 in a row, bro? What, to the Canadians, bro? What do you mean, bro? What? It's all right. We'll get through it. It's okay. We got Brad Marchand. We'll make it through. But
He hasn't won a game yet.
and we'll still we'll get into a game. But we appreciate y'all. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Peace and love, baby.